Use any ATM of your convenience and stand a chance to win gold sovereigns.
Lanka Pay.
Use any ATM of your convenience and stand a chance to win gold sovereigns.
Lanka Pay.
The Monetary Policy Framework Agreement between the Minister of Finance and the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Central Bank of Sri Lanka Act No. 16 of 2023 mandates the Central Bank to maintain quarterly headline inflation as measured by the Colombo Consumer Price Index at a rate of 5%. Section 26(5) of the Central Bank Act stipulates that if the Central Bank fails to meet the inflation target within 2 percentage points for 2 consecutive quarters, the Monetary Policy Board of the Central Bank shall submit a report to Parliament through the Minister of Finance, which shall also be made available to the public. As the quarterly average of CCPI-based year-on-year headline inflation was recorded at 1.4% and 0.8% in the second and third quarters of 2024 respectively, the Central Bank submitted its report on the reasons for the failure to achieve the inflation target of 5%. CBSL attributes the lower-than-expected inflation rates to supply-side inflation being more benign than the anticipated due to reductions in energy and transport prices and the moderation of food prices. Meanwhile, the appreciation of the Sri Lanka rupee in 2024 also helped ease inflationary pressures. The central bank added that inflation trends in 2024 deviated from its projections due to an unexpected sharp drop in energy and transport-related inflation, while the impact of the value-added tax amendments also remained muted. Against this backdrop, CBSL has taken several remedial measures to correct the inflation rate and bring it up to the target level. The bank said it is prioritizing demand-side pressures while monitoring supply shocks for potential spillovers, adding that it may act if supply-side shocks significantly influence inflation expectations or lead to persistent changes in the inflation outlook. Furthermore, the central bank commenced an accommodative monetary policy stance in June 2023, and from then until July 2024, policy interest rates have been reduced by 7.25 percentage points in total, leading to a substantial decline in market interest rates. CBSL noted that there are clear signs of expansion in private sector credit and recovery of economic activity. Meanwhile, the Monetary Policy Board of the Central Bank at its most recent meeting on the 26th of November last year decided to further ease its monetary policy stance, resulting in an effective reduction in the policy interest rate of around 50 basis points. This loosening of the monetary policy stance is expected to facilitate higher credit flows to productive activities, thus supporting the recovery of the economy. The central bank expects quarterly headline inflation to gradually return to the target range of within 2 percentage points of 5% by the third quarter of 2025, with monetary easing and price normalization expected to drive headline inflation towards the target. Meanwhile, core inflation, which is the general measure of underlying inflation, is expected to decline temporarily under the first quarter of 2025, but it is not expected to reach deflationary levels. More importantly, core inflation is forecast to rebound and remain relatively stable with a lower degree of volatility over the medium term.